Chris, created a lot of decent opportunities and chances, didn't you? I think to take them and you got punished.
Exactly, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. We did. You know, fortunately Charlie came up with one at the end, but I totally agree with you. You know, the top teams take those chances, don't they? And what happens is you end up in the situation you're in now because probably relying too much on Charlie's goal efforts. We haven't got that many goals from different parts of the pitch. I thought there were some very, very good performances by some players, but unfortunately you end up in these situations where you are now because of the small details. You know, we give the ball away and they score. As simple as that. You know, and we've got to be better at defending when it really counts. You know, and keeping the ball when it really counts. And for all that effort, you know, we've ended up with no points, and I'm very disappointed for the players, really, because I didn't think any of them shirked the challenge. I just thought that, you know, sometimes the frustration of being where we are in the league and being in a situation where we knew really this was a very important game to at least get something out of a positive result. I think that sometimes it can almost look like a daunting task when you're under pressure. Well, when the players are under pressure on the pitch, but I thought they did very well today, very, very well.
Does the first half give you sort of confidence that you can still get out? Because the players really lifted themselves, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any really problem with the way that the players are. You know, they train well and they played well, and you can see some of the ways they've played. You know, some of the stuff that we've been working on. You know, they've done okay, but you know, scoring goals is always the hardest thing, and that's why the top teams are top, because even when they're not playing well, you know, they can come out with 2 goals. Today, you know, they came out with 2 goals. You know, they probably would admit that wouldn't have been one of their stellar performances tonight, but I think that was really because of the way that we imposed ourselves. But in the Premier League, you're going to get punished when you don't take your chances and when you don't concentrate long enough.
How important is it to start picking up points in the next few games, given there's a slight gap opening up?
It's imperative. You know, if we don't, you know, the last thing we want to do is start getting detached. You know, the next 2 games are you know, everything is in a cup final mode now, isn't it? You know, and we wouldn't want that, because that in itself creates anxiety and doesn't allow you to play football in a smooth sort of way. What you want really is people to go out and play like they did today, and you know, hopefully come away with some positive results. But you know, when I embarked on this situation, I didn't think it was going to be a walk in the park. So, you know, and the players themselves know that they have an obligation to the fans and to the owners to put in the you know, semblances of the performance they did in the first half for the next few games.
How do you think Sandro did?
I thought he done all right. I thought he did all right. How did you think he did?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he did all right. I think he did okay. I think that he's obviously showing lack of conditioning from the match point of view. He's conditioned, but you know, his match fitness isn't quite there. And I thought he played an important part in the way that we featured, in the way that we played in the first half, most of the first half.
Chris, those kind of performances, not necessarily the results, but the performance we've just seen there, had you seen those kind of performances earlier on in the season, and I appreciate you weren't here, Rangers would be where they are?
Yeah, probably, I don't know, probably. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, you know, the players know that, you know, players know that. They know that we're in the situation now because we haven't maximised, you know, our abilities, and they know that. So, and they're trying to redress it, as you've seen. They're trying to redress it. I mean, forgive me, I'm just sick for the players, and I'm sick for the way that that we've not got anything out of that game today. You know.
Okay. What was the situation with Nedham? What's he done?
He's got a gash in his eye, and we didn't really want to take the risk in playing him. And you know, obviously, it's a blow to the head, so you have to always take that precaution. You know, and Clint came on and was, you know, just slipped into it. He did okay. Clint, when he came on, he did well. So that wasn't a real problem. And I thought, you know, Isla done very well when he came on as well. You know, so even the people that are coming on are slipping in and you know, trying their best to for the cause, really, trying their best for the cause.
Do you think Sandro will be fit for Saturday?
I'm hoping he's fit. I mean, you know, he came off more from a precautionary point of view because he has had a history of injuries, and the last thing you want to do is, because he's wholehearted, so he'll play till he's injured, and we need him. We need him.
I was seeing Tim Sherwood sort of jumping around yesterday, celebrating, and that points gap increasing. Does that change the pressure on you guys when you see things like that the night before you've got a game?
We're in a pressure situation, aren't we? So ultimately, you know, it's nothing worse than seeing your rivals celebrating. But you know, hopefully it will be us celebrating at the weekend, and you know they lose their next game. But you know, we really can't really focus on the other teams. I really got to just make sure that the players know that we got to start winning pretty soon in order to stay in the division.